Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped. Breaking news, people. See what I did there? I've come to visit my mate Jack at MWUK, the mini specialist not that far from where I live that looked after Ruby Roadster for me to fit my Alcon brakes that I collected just last week. If you haven't seen that video, I shall put a card above. Go and watch it now and then come back to this one. But we're fitting the front calipers and discs I got from Alcon, and I've also had a rear brake upgrade from my friends at Lohen, which we're fitting today. So by the end of the day, Ruby's gonna stop. Oh yeah. He's on camera again.
All right.
Morning, dude.
Hello, how are we?
I'm good, mate. I have a present for you in the box.
It looks like we're gonna have some fun today.
Should do. Hopefully, I've got everything.
Well, we'll
but you left it to me to order everything, so.
Let's have a look, shall we? Inside. Okay. There we go. Now we're talking.
They're smart, aren't they?
That's nice, yeah, that's lovely. Small little fittings in there. These bracket and bolts.
Good.
Yeah, ready. Bolts, washers and that. That'll be the bracket.
Good. Notice I've left it to you to open, just because I'm bound to kind of, lose stuff.
Perfect. Wow, okay.
Big enough?
I think so. Well, that'll do.
Have you fitted these before?
Not this brand specifically, no, but
Always
similar,
good.
yeah.
Always good to do it first.
Yeah.
So that is the fronts, which we've already seen when we picked up from Alcon. In the Lohen box, we thought it best to do the rears as well.
Indeed, yes.
So in here,
Match them up. I'll get that in here.
I'll talk more about the details. We got the pads.
So
we got new brake line kit from Goodwood. The rear pads, Mintex pads for the rear.
lovely.
We'll talk more about these, but these are Pagid race pads for the front.
Oh, these are fairly new ones that came out recently.
Yeah.
I've heard quite a lot about these actually.
So these are the new discs for the back. We'll keep the same calipers on the back, but I think these are pretty cool as well. Again, these were recommended by Mark at Lohen. These bad boys. Oh yes.
Yeah, got some nice coating on there. Awesome.
They look the business.
Yeah.
So the next job is to get the car on the ramp and start sticking this stuff on. Ruby's on jacks. We're starting front left first to get these bad boys on. Just look at them, they are just absolutely, I mean, for a start, they're pretty heavy. The size of them compared with the discs that are on there. Oh boy. Levels of excitement are quite high. I'm obviously just going to try not to get in Jack's way.
That's alright.
So caliper off, brake line's still attached for now. First job, getting the disc off. It's only been on there for 5 years probably.
Yeah, that's alright. It's always these ones the problem.
So actually the disc is pretty lipped, to be honest, but the pads are shot. And well, what what I'll do is once that disc's off, I'll put you a side-by-side comparison with the new Alcon disc. It's like completely next level.
Happy days.
Yes.
One of these comes off.
Is that it? Just one bolt holds it on?
That's it. Just that one there.
Mm.
It's like a locator, yeah. Sometimes they don't have it or they break off and the thing just spins when you try and fit
Yeah.
the wheel.
That's the difference. So I think you just see everything from the width of the disc itself. You can see significantly wider the Alcon one, and just in terms of its size, I mean, clearly it's got a size limit so that it will actually fit inside the 17-inch alloys I've got on the car. But that's a one piece, pretty heavy. And remember from my Alcon trip, that's a two-piece cast iron disc with an aluminium bell in the middle. How cool's that? Now then, we have the first brake disc on while Jack sorts out the caliper. I thought I'd talk to you about pads, because in the video I did with Alcon, lots of people said, what kind of pads are you putting on it? So these were recommended to me by Alcon. Interestingly, when Alcon supply calipers and discs, they typically don't supply the pads, because normally the race teams will select whatever pads that they want. What we did say in the video was that the pad selection was absolutely critical, and what I haven't gone for is a pure race pad, because although they'd be awesome on a track, basically they'd be rubbish on a day-to-day basis. So this is a Pagid RS29 fast road track pad. It should give me that compromise between, it's all right when I'm going to the shops, but on a track it will still give me plenty of stopping power. These weren't cheap, by the way, but yes, so that's what we're fitting. Pagid, I think that's how you say it, RS29. And they look cool, although you never actually see them.
So here we got a heat shield for the disc. It will come into contact with the bracket. You can just bend it out slightly, or if you really want to, you can probably cut it off.
Yeah, we'll go for a bend.
Yeah, we're going for a bend. It's really not much, so as you can see, it needs a bit of a bend, and just make sure it doesn't touch the disc at all.
So that's the mounting bracket that the caliper's going to attach to, right?
Yeah, the caliper is going to come straight on over the disc and bolt into that.
Very cool. That disc does look massive though, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Offer the pad up. Nice.
Easy as that. Just like that. We get like a good brake pad change. An easy, quick. See, if you're at the track, that's 2 bolts. Whip them out, whip them in.
Wicked. They're going to squeak like buggery though, aren't they?
It's possible, yes. Yeah, same sort of clearance you had on the Junkie for Works wheels.
Yeah, that's good to know. That disc does fill that wheel though, eh?
Oh yes.
So front left disc and caliper are on. We're going to do Jack's going to do all the calipers and discs first, then he'll kind of do all the brake fluid and torque everything up right at the end. So the plan for the back, so Alcon have just supplied me with a set of front discs and calipers. At the rear end of the car, we're fitting these. So these are EBC discs. We're keeping the stock calipers, and we're going for some Mintex pads. So we are upgrading the rear braking performance of the car as well. And I got all of this kit from Lohen, and basically talked to my good mate Mark up there and said, right, what do I need? And he sent me a lovely kit with everything. So we're just about to fit that, but these even look cool as well. So hopefully, not only will the front end of the car stop, the back end will as well. Yay, look at that.
Yeah.
That's seen better days.
Yes.
What's size-wise? Probably about the same size.
Depends on the pads, they've seen better days as well.
The pads aren't good, are they?
Well, a bit left, but not a surface rust.
Oh yeah. Now then, while Jack puts the rear discs on, so we're going with stock calipers, but we have done, as well as the EBC discs, we've upgraded the pads. So I'm putting Mintex rear pads on. Ooh, they've got a smell to them. So that should just, I don't know whether we've got, where's the old pads? Oh, here we go. Yeah, the old pads were quite worn, so these should be much, much better. That passed an MOT 5 weeks ago. Just saying. So, discs and pads in.
Pads in.
What's this going in?
This is the wear sensor for the brake pads. So it'll tell you when they're low.
Excellent. And that's a replacement.
Yep.
Oh. So, where are we? Rear discs, calipers and pads are in. Front left disc and caliper is on, and Jack's just doing the brake lines for that, and then we've got to do the right hand disc and caliper, and then it's time to put the new brake fluid in. And the other thing we've upgraded, so everything's being upgraded, we're putting a motorsport brake fluid in, again recommended by my good mates at Lohen, so that should make a huge difference to the braking performance as well. So there's no excuses for this car not stopping when I get to the end of the Lavant Straight next Friday on my track day. Obviously I need to break the pads in properly and do all of that kind of stuff. But I can't wait to see what difference this is going to make. So, hose is connected.
Hoses are connected, and we now
Ta-da!
our old calipers.
Yeah. Very cool.
Put them in a box somewhere. To the next side.
They look very cool. Before anybody says anything, by the way, the front of the car is disgusting, and I know it is, but I washed off my e-bike in front of the car last weekend and didn't realise how much spray went onto it. Plus, I had to drive down a really muddy track to get here. That's my excuse for the car looking disgusting. But I think you'll think, look at those bad boys, they look awesome. Now then, while Jack is inside working hard on the front end of the car, I wanted to give a big shout out to him actually, MW UK. So a Mini specialist does all kinds of things, from simple servicing all the way up to tuning. He's got some very, very cool cars himself, and actually the car on the left over there is currently his project car. That thing is going to be producing best part of 500 horsepower by the time it's finished, but I'll put all of his details below. If you are on the south coast, they're nearest to kind of Bosham area, but in between sort of Chichester, Portsmouth, that kind of area on the south coast, and you have a Mini and you want someone who really knows their Minis to look after it for you, then get in touch with Jack at MW UK. As I said, he looks after Ruby Roadster for me now, and he does a brilliant, brilliant job. So yeah, can't come highly recommended enough. Oh, dude, what are you doing?
So, put it on the pressure, crack the nipple, and then the old fluid's going to come up here and drain into this. And we'll see the new fluid coming through. Once it's all done, close it up, same on each corner, and good to go.
Job done. It's getting exciting. Brakes have been bled. It's time to put the wheels on. Very exciting. Well, the wheel fits over the disc for a start, that's good.
That's a good start.
But longer wheel bolts.
Wheel bolts are needed, or wheel studs, because they stick out a bit more. You just don't have enough thread on the original bolts. So,
luckily,
remember that.
Being the man who has everything Mini,
we had a few in stock, luckily. So, yeah.
How much longer are they, do you think?
Well,
these
got
the old ones. Oh wow, there's quite a difference then.
So it's quite a difference, but because that top plat's quite thick inside, so it makes up some of the room.
Oh mate.
Lovely.
They look wicked, don't they?
Amazing.
Actually, the caliper goes really well with the wheels. Yeah. Does that work?
That's good.
Just as it's about to get dark.
Just finishing up now,
Just finished. So, we've driven it. Feels alright?
Much better.
Much better.
Much better.
Much better. It's really dark. We can hardly see us on the camera.
Yeah.
Mate, thank you for today.
Happy to help.
Absolutely awesome.
Okay.
So next up, next Friday, Goodwood, track day.
Should be interesting. Shouldn't have any issues slowing down.
None
that's for sure.
whatsoever. But we'll be back to play with your project car once it's finished.
Yeah, sounds good. Almost done. Getting there. A few more things to kind of sort out, but
make it faster.
Close enough.
As I said, I'll put all of Jack's details in the description below. If you are on the south coast and you have a Mini, as long as it's not too knackered, right? Because you.
Well, we do a bit of everything. To be honest, we get the good ones and the bad ones.
Hit him up, pick it, and I'll put the details below. But guys, massive thanks to Alcon, obviously, and to Jack for all the work today. I shall see you on the next video with Ruby Roadster, which is next week at the Goodwood track day. But for now, if you like that one, give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. And as it's getting dark, I'm going home because I want to try my brakes. Cheers, buddy.
Take care.
Take care, guys. See you on the next film. Drive safe.